for an inch, yeah, I fight for you all. Is the truth and I'm in, yeah, I fight for referee breath that I
What's up? It's the Gigabyte Grizzly Brohemian, and this is a messed up time we live in, so I need you all to do me a favor. Wear your mask. Like this, not like this, or like this, or like this, like this. Wear your mask. It's for your safety and mine. Because if I see you without one, I'm going to pump kick a mask onto your face. Got it?
Parental discretion is advised.
This show is brought to you by IndieWrestling.us and IndieWrestling.network for your independent wrestling entertainment. Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza. Just Pro Wrestling News Podcast. No filler, no pop-ups. Production services by Sidekick Media Services. And listeners like you, supporting us at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. Wrestling Mayhem Show! Yeehaw! Over 800 episodes talking about professionalized wrestling and cow tipping on the internet. I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on the Twitter here in the Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and we are tipping the hat to you guys out there. Oh, man. None of these puns make sense if you're on audio, I'm sure. But here we are, and we have Cowboy hats for a very special reason. Mad Mike will be joining us here shortly, of course, on the show. But in the meantime, we do have people in studio. Safely, I should say. First of all, over on the couch in studio is Hop Along Ronnie Starks.
Howdy.
Howdy, sir. Have you I don't know. Have you done cow things today? I don't know what the.
I haven't tipped any cows.
I know that's what we go to. You can tell we're from the damn country, but not country people.
Yeah, no cows have been tipped on this day.
No cows have been heard at the beginning of this podcast.
It's early in the day.
Fantastic. And the reason we got dressed up for the occasion, because we finally have on the show Cowpoke Paul is joining us here in the studio. How you doing, sir?
Oh, I'm doing great.
Awesome. He is a new up-and-coming, rising, if you will, Ryse Wrestling star over there. And I got to witness my first Cowpoke Paul match just yesterday for Memorial Day. And we'll talk about that here in a little bit. But in the meantime, hey, we do have just dropping in here. Let me make sure everything is working. Hey, let's do an audio check real quick. Can you give me a quick yeehaw?
Yeehaw.
Cowboy.
Yeehaw.
Oh, wait. What is
That's
this?
close
What
enough.
is this, Mike?
I see what he did there.
We said wear a cowboy hat.
To
I
get
can't hear him
Cowboys
on the
gear.
audio.
No, we said a cowboy
Oh,
hat.
because I'm not plugged in.
Sorg,
That
what
makes
the
sense.
fuck do you think I'm wearing? It's a cowboy hat.
I mean, I guess we all
Says
have a
it.
star on our hat. I mean,
It
but you
says
got
it.
you have a poofy
I'm from-
ball. I mean,
Yeah.
Where do I?
Cowpoke Paul. wait. Oh, Ronnie's disconnected. Oh no. And I don't know. I don't think that we've plugged him in.
Hold on, I'll do.
So-
I'll round it up.
Oh,
Hey,
there you go.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh,
He's
yes.
there. Hey Ronnie, you see that
Ronnie.
gray cord over there? Grab that, plug it in, and then you see this thing here? You see this little doohickey here? Plug it into that, okay? All right, so he's going to deal with his own running some audio because we did not do a complete check apparently before the show. Mad Mike from Beacon, New York is with
Yeah.
us.
Yeah. Am I not dressed properly? Like it says Cowboys on my shirt.
It does. Paul, what's
Yeah.
the verdict on this one?
You know what? I'm gonna give him an A for effort and let it slide.
Okay, all right. You're not. You're
Close
not.
enough.
Okay.
To be fair,
got the general
I actually
idea.
have like a black Stetsonist type hat at my mother's house.
Oh, okay.
I didn't get a chance to get it.
Oh, I see. You guys were having John Wayne night over there previously, and you didn't get it back home yet.
Well, I've been to Texas before. Like,
Okay.
If you're in Texas and you don't buy a hat, you have not been to Texas.
Have not bought a hat. I've been there several times. Katie did not bring a hat with her back last week when she went to Dallas. I'm sorry.
What's happening here? What's happening?
Sorg, I'm disappointed in you for that. You have to break into 5 Jimmy Crack horns.
I need a what? Wait. I got to break into who?
5 Jimmy Crack horns. It's like a penance. Dude, Jimmy Crack corn and I don't care. Jimmy Crack corn and I don't care.
It's like three Hail Marys and a Jimmy Crack corn. So
Yeah.
I guess. So
I mean,
okay.
and because you're in Pittsburgh, you can do the angle version. I got Olympic gold.
I got Olympic gold. I got a Permane sandwich too.
Woohoo.
Oh, there you go.
No,
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, oh, you can hear us? Are you finally part of the
I'm
show?
finally part
There you
of the
go. Can
show.
you pull that back while you're at it too, since you're rearranging all the studio and fixing things up
So
for
your
me?
headphones
Like, go
are
ahead and
working
go ahead.
Yeah.
Because mine are not.
What's happening?
His aren't working either.
Wait, they're not working?
They stopped when
They
it
stopped
started.
working when they plugged them in?
Yeah.
Oh no, I think we bumped something over here. We'll work on that.
All right.
We'll get that back in. How about now?
No?
No?
Yeah.
All right, follow your cord. Make sure it's plugged in because we're live, pal. Roddy, help him out. Hold on, we got a little bit of tech support help happening over here. Everything's falling apart. All the headphones have become disconnected.
Sorg, what happened?
I don't know. I don't know what's
What
going on.
happened,
Should we start the
Lord?
show over again? I don't know. Just
I mean, we probably could.
well, we'll give them so I can give them a nice feed here while we're doing this. Let's get into it. First of all, please go check out everything. Hit us up at that email address.
Good times,
Good
y'all.
times at Wrestling Major. He stopped helping to go, and now he just knocked the entire microphone over. Oh, jeez. It is calamity here in the studio right now. I'm going. I'm
So,
glad
Sorg, are you saying there's mayhem?
there's a mayhem, if you will. What's that?
Is that his cord that's out?
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
jeez.
wait, should I do the whole show as Dusty Rhodes?
No, you should probably not do the whole show as Dusty Rhodes.
Why not?
So, do you guys have headphones that work now? What's happening? What is going on over here? I'm afraid to. Whoa, I'm not taking that shot. That was some full butt.
Sounds like someone just saw a full moon.
Yeah, I did. I did. Are you back, Paul?
I don't think so.
I hear you.
What, in the headphones?
Tina says it's going to be that kind of show.
It's going to be that kind of show. Okay, well, good times at WrestlingMayhemShow.com. Did we do the thing? We did the thing.
It's a little wild and a little strange.
We've been doing this since 2006. Can you believe that?
Make your home out
Don't
on
drop the
range.
mic again. Oh my God! It's not an indie show. Stop throwing the mic down. Stop throwing the mic down. The sound guy is furious with you right now. I don't know.
Do you want me
what
to just
to
sing
do.
the Hey Dude theme song until we get this sorted out?
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Just sing Hey Dude and we'll go fix this.
All right. It's a little wild and a little strange when you make your home out on the range. Start your horse and come along, 'cause you can't get a ride if you can't hold on. Singing, yippee-ki-yay, yippee-ki-yay, what like the cowboys say. Sing the end now, yippee-ki-yay. Get along, new doggies, till the break of day. You better watch out for those man-eating
Is he still
jackrabbits.
going?
Oh,
That
he's still
killer
going.
necktie. Hey, son.
Now they're like jacked up. Okay, we fixed it.
Yes. Good timing.
Now it's insanely loud.
That was
What was that?
awesome.
There we go. All right, now I got to get my headphones and the cowboy hat
And
back
you just
on.
gotta-
In the meantime, you can hit us up at 412-206-WMS0 is the hotline. And please hit us up. Oh, man, I'm out of breath already. Oh, jeez. Hi, we're doing the show now. And then also hit us up on the Wrestling Mayhem Show Facebook page and group. A lot of great discussion happened over there. The Discord group as well. Where Zeke Mercer answers my questions.
By the way.
And the Reddit. What's up?
For anyone who's like, why did Mad Mike just say Hey Dude? Captain Lou Albano was on a fucking episode of Hey Dude.
It works.
So get
It
off
works.
my ass.
It works. It works. Get
There
off
was a
your-
whole wrestling episode.
He's on your ass.
Mr. Ernst wrestled someone Captain Lou Albano brought to the ranch. The whole thing.
Wow, this is deep cuts right here, isn't it?
I had a Mandela effect where I thought Macho Man was on that show and he was not.
Are you sure he wasn't?
Jeez.
Positive.
Berenstein Bears. Anyways,
Berenstein.
Aaron, we're here whether we're ready or not
Oh,
every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, or as long as I'm not testing positive for COVID. I didn't check this morning. But anyways, CDC says I'm okay though. I
Sorry,
swear.
tell people that before they come and meet.
I wore a mask when I was around them.
Yeah,
now
that's
I'm.
fine.
Although I did just walk over there. I'm so sorry.
it.
I'm so
Fine.
sorry. Oh, there's a spider on the soundboard!
Kill him!
Ah! Kill it! Kill it!
Get
Kill
superpowers
it!
from it.
Kill it!
Get superpowers from it.
Where'd he go? I don't know where he
Spider-Man.
went.
Spider-Man.
I was throwing Nutri-Grain
on the
bars at
fucking
it.
keyboard,
Sorry.
Spider-Man.
Hey Dude did not have a second verse. I can't go into it again.
That's okay. I threw it at the knobs that were not them. We have a big board in here.
We could go into a lonesome dove rant. I don't know.
Then I have to call my mom. Anyways, we're here live every Tuesday at 9 p.m. on a whole bunch of different platforms.
Review of Lonesome Dove starring Bret Hart. Can we please get that as like a
Oh my
Patreon
God,
feature? I'll sign up for a non-mayhem.
I just want to
medium,
get
I'll
her.
figure
I
that.
just want to get her back on the show with a wrestler that doesn't get canceled in the next couple of years. Anyways, let's get.
Well,
What the hell? Please
on.
follow all the things.
We don't
Hold
know
on.
about that.
Yeah, we don't know enough about Paul yet. We'll see how this interview goes. So. Hey, some people give us money, and they do that on Patreon, and we really appreciate those that do. And I'm going to say their names right now, or I'm going to try to, as long as that fucking spider doesn't come back. Can you believe we're not drinking or other stuff? I don't know. I can't account for the couch though. First of all, our friends at the fan of the show level, Bo Diggity!
Oh.
Brad Burke and Team Hammer Fist at the Papa Club level, Dave Butter and Bobby F. J. Town. At the Pizza Club level, Doc Remedy and The Riz. At the manager level, Bradley and the Mother of Dragons, Tina Keys. You guys can support the show too, and please, because they just hiked our podcast bill at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. because this is so popular right now. For some reason. And they sent me a notice and said, hey, you, Wrestling Mayhem Show, stop being so popular. Give us more money. And that's what happened.
Right, so
and then I did, because they were going to shut me
have
down.
To make more money or be less good.
Well, it's time to take it down a few notches, partners.
That's
Ronnie,
right.
I don't know if there are notches below where you're
Did
at.
you guys see the documentary about Garfield's Nightmare at Kennywood?
I did
Yes.
watch
Where
that.
the Funk Clan on it, where they literally had to say, we're going to make this thing, but we have to make it less good so it's not too popular because we can't take the capacity on the ride.
Yeah.
So we did the perfect job of making it wonderfully average. And I was like,
Welcome
what
to the
the
wonderfully
hell?
average Wrestling Mayhem Show.
What is wrong with Kennywood?
We are the Garfield's nightmare of podcasting. Cat soup, yum yum.
and when Sorg's not here, we're the Garfield without Garfield's Nightmare of podcasting.
Oh, jeez, that's
man.
something. I'm gonna use that as a title and see if they sue us.
We should really save that for a Monday show.
Oh, jeez. Oh man, Mad Mike probably didn't get a chance to see Garfield's Nightmare, right? I mean, you never went to Kennywood
I've
when he
never
came
been
down
to
here.
Kennywood.
Man, now you missed out on that. Now some other company made something in there that we won't talk about.
Speaking
And,
of Kennywood,
What?
speaking of the Arrow 360,
Oh no! So what? Did they get stuck up there? Why are we talking about this? This is a wrestling show.
for 15 minutes they were stuck upside down.
Oh my God! This is why I don't go on things like that
Mhm.
anymore.
But I'm going to ride the old mill in 2 weeks.
Wow,
when I go to Kennywood.
that's like a third of an AEW pay-per-view match.
Mhm. And
Anyways,
nobody went over.
Speaking of which,
Yeah, they all went over at the same time.
yes,
No.
yes, exactly. Hot crowd. Anyways, good transition, baby. AEW's Double or Nothing. Double or Nothing means how much we're putting in this pay-per-view, apparently. Unless you will ask Tony Kahn, because he was very adamant.
Or if you're MJF.
Mhm.
Or if you're MJF, apparently.
Who almost chose to put in the latter.
Yes, exactly. My God, AEW got really interesting this week, didn't it?
Mhm.
So
I saw that pay-per-view in a movie theater.
So I'm loving this because the movie theater experience that I had, and WrestleMania did this too as well this year, I believe. Because the movie theaters are, if you haven't figured it out yet, are fucking desperate. But anyways, so put events in that makes people pay for it. Mad Mike, let's first talk about the experience before we talk about the show. My wrestling movie experience was going to TNA's Lockdown. And I remember the feed skipping as if I bought it on a bad pay-per-view company like Beach Report during the show. How was your experience in the theater? It looked like you had lounger seats, maybe.
Speaking of Bleacher Report,
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. All right, so we got to the theater. They had a call time for 7, but they didn't show us the pre-show.
Oh, jeez.
So we were all just sitting there in the theater with a blank screen going on. So I pulled up the pre-show on my phone, and my buddy and I just watched the Danhausen match.
Mm-hmm.
And then 8 o'clock rolls around. Nothing happened.
No.
8:03,
No.
8:05. We get to about 8:10. And I've seen some people go, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to have to go and talk to someone and see what's going on. Apparently, Bleacher Report was having problems.
Wait. You're in a theater.
Yeah.
And was the feed being provided by Bleacher Report?
I believe what they did was they bought it on a laptop and streamed it into the projector.
Guys, the fucking spider's back.
Get 'em.
I will. This show will go off air if I attack it where it's at right now. Anyways,
This way you need like a dustbuster.
Mhm.
a dustbuster.
Yeah, just vacuum that fucker right up.
Anyways,
So anyway, it did bring me back to my childhood because like you didn't know if you ordered the pay-per-view or not, but it finally did kick in after the first match.
ugh.
But they showed the replay of all the power bombs, so I feel like we saw the first match.
Oh, good.
That
Oh,
makes
good.
sense.
Yeah, and then we saw Wardlow get signed. So I'm like, okay, so we really just missed.
And I can't say that you
MJF
missed
being
much.
Like, this is what you get for missing a meet and greet.
Yeah, I can't,
Symphony.
and I can't say you missed much of a match, too.
Oh, it didn't sound like
No,
it.
no, it really wasn't.
Which
So-
is a shame for
Mhm.
a lot of different reasons.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So, and then beyond that, it was smooth sailing for the rest of the
yeah,
night.
it was smooth sailing after that.
Okay, okay.
We had a couple chants in the theater.
How
which
full was the
interesting.
theater?
Not that full.
Okay, okay.
Not that full. Like all the seats were recliner seats though. So I'm like, this is how I watch pay-per-view.
Was it like when we went to that ESPN zone down in Times Square and watched like a
Yes.
Yankees game that one time? Like that was
Yes.
that felt too comfortable. Like you're just like I feel like I'm in my living room and I'm about to undo my belt.
God, I forgot about the ESPN zone. Shit, I really missed the ESPN zone in Times Square.
Is it
now. That
gone?
place was wonderful.
Is it gone?
Oh, it's long gone.
Oh boy, I imagine turnover is
That's-
pretty crazy down there.
That fucker's probably been gone about 10 years.
God, that was a while ago. So,
Yeah.
it's probably when I was down there to see Ring of Honor in like 07 or something. So
Yeah, I think
Um,
that was when we saw Danielson's final match in Ring of Honor.
whoops. Anyways, but your experience, back to that.
But yeah, other than that, it was smooth sailing. The loudest chant in our theater was Freddie Kingston, obviously, because
Mhm.
he was wearing a New York Yankee shirt, and we're from New York, we get it. But yeah, it was a good time. A couple near falls were pretty good, but yeah, I would highly recommend going to see it in a theater if you can.
So that's the biggest thing is, it's why I always like having some people around, because it's always fun, like just sitting there watching a pay-per-view by yourself, basically me this weekend. You just don't have that energy, and you're over-analyzing what's happening in front of you, right? But when you're reacting with people, that's the environment any of these should be, I feel.
Yeah.
When it
If
comes
it
to
makes
big
you
shows
feel
like
better, I
this.
still was overanalyzing.
Well, yeah, of course, but at least like you, I mean, but still, like the crowd makes you forget about that a little bit, right? Like overall, right?
Yeah.
So
I was also with my buddy Danny, who has not watched a lot of AEW.
oh, those are always fun too.
So it was like he knew a lot of people on it, obviously, but like there were some people he had never seen a Penta or Phoenix match, and I'm like, oh, get ready for some fun.
So, generally, what'd you think of the show? Aside from the length, which we can talk about that, we can talk about lengths a little later, ladies. But
I've always heard widths are better, but
okay.
Yeah.
But so I thought it was I thought it was a fun show. I generally it was an AEW show. I was confused when about like an hour and a half in, I'm seeing tweets of this is the worst AEW show ever. I did not see anything that felt sub AEW to them, other than
I will say Jade and Anna
yes,
needed some work.
not great, not great. No,
Needed some work.
No.
I have high hopes that Athena will help.
Mm-hmm.
But see, the thing about Jade is when Jade is squashing, she looks like one of the greatest pro wrestlers around. If she's got to go longer than 10, gets a little sloppy.
She has the Goldberg problem, doesn't she?
In so much as she doesn't seem like an asshole. Yeah. she has a Goldberg problem.
No, but I mean that problem. Like
Yeah.
she's doing a streak, she's doing this thing. She
Well, I
is
mean,
not.
she's her first match was a mixed tag match with Shaq.
Yes. Yes.
Like her first match ever.
Now Ronnie, Paul, and Paul. I don't know how many, or should I call you Mr. Cowpoke? I don't know how we're supposed to do this here. I didn't get that. What's that?
It's informal here. We can just go Paul.
Okay, Mr. Paul.
I was gonna say, do we call you partner, or have we not earned that yet?
Oh yeah, partner's good. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Good. That's good. That's good to know. As people in the business, when you see when you see Jade, like to me, she just seems like I think she's good enough to be on TV, but we're not getting a 5-star match out of her. She has a lot of work to do, but her physical assets and presence seems to take over. Like, what is your kind of read of her as somebody who knows how this stuff works? I guess.
I mean, I don't know.
You're like, you're still figuring it out too.
Yeah, that's right.
No, she just needs a lot of work. I don't think they should have thrown her into the spotlight that quick.
Yeah, but I mean, isn't that what all companies do? Is they have a super athlete like her? They're like.
I mean,
well,
Braun Breaker's the same way.
right? Exactly. And
I think Braun gets a little bit more of a pass because, he hasn't he's been in the business a lot longer, just by osmosis.
Yeah, exactly.
But Braun and Jade are actually on very similar trajectory.
Yeah, except Jay didn't grow up around the business. You can't. I mean, you're not starting from zero, growing up a Steiner. Like Jade did. But for somebody,
you might be starting from negative in certain aspects.
There you go. Yeah, but they got Steiner math. But Jade's somebody who did start from because I believe she was an athlete before this, right?
Yeah.
So she athletically, obviously, she's very accomplished, but also just freaking look at her. But no, and she needs some work, and we're along for the ride as she's growing, and I mean, she's light years better than she was, originally.
Here's the thing, if there's anyone that could have used a whole bunch of reps on Dark and Dark Elevation before getting the call to TV, with various indie people, to kind of do on-the-job training, it's Jade. And, her record should have been built up on, Dark and Dark Elevation before having a TV match with Shaq.
Well, I mean, it's a match you can cover up, especially something with Shaq, right? No, I'm with you. But there's also a reason she's the TBS champion and not the world champion, right? That's why that's Thunder Rosa's job. Right, in the scheme of things, she's not representing the company at the top level, but she's a great representation at the level she's at. It seems so. And I think she's somebody. I think she's somebody who's going to tear it up in the next couple of years once she gets all those tools in the right place. So I mean, and honestly, I think that was the weakest part of the show, easily. So,
I don't think the Jericho crew should have won.
I
thought that took the wind out of the sails of the match a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, I thought so.
Okay. I mean, well, you had a good breakdown there with Eddie Kingston, trying to murder, death, kill.
Yeah, but I don't know. It just seemed they built it up so much, and then it really kind of took the wind out of the sails because the story was Jericho and Eddie. And I don't know, the story was never Danielson and Eddie. That wasn't the bit. And where was William Regal? He was a big part of the feud, and he doesn't show up at all in any part of this match.
Well, it was so crazy.
If he comes out of a gas can, Regal should be the one to stop him. Eddie punches Regal, and that sets Bryan off.
First of all, nobody should be wasting gas right now.
Okay? I don't think that would have been a waste.
I don't like it.
Is it bad that that's not the first time I've seen gasoline used in a wrestling ring?
Really?
Yeah. There was this one night in Erie, and so it got really, and the owner of the ring was very not happy about it. By the way, so anyways, which also I feel like that person, bad things keep happening in his ring for some reason. There's some kind of karma from his wrestling days, I swear. Yeah, where were we at with that? No, that match was and I know this is the purpose. And I accept that. And for what it is, I love where they ended up with a lot of places with that. But that Anarchy in the Arena match was a fucking mess, and it was, as I think I've used this term before in a match of this type, was a beautiful mess. It was a beautiful mess. I appreciate how hard the production had to work on something like that. Because damn it, when I have like a 3-on-3 match decides to go all the places and I only have 2 roaming cameras, fuck me. I can't imagine trying to cover what they did. And even I think they admitted like they do not have enough cameras to cover everything that could have been happening in that match. And it was. You could tell they were having problems keeping up, because I like to at least like come back when the hit is happening, and we were missing all of that. And just randomly, we just come back to Daniel Bryan Danielson, and still punching away in the stands. That was a lot of fun. The New Jack moment of the sound playing, of the music playing over and over again until he killed the music, was a nice touch. Tearing down the ring when I'm like, oh god, we have 2 more matches left. Eddie Kingston just disappearing into an elevator, only to show up with more blood and a gas station.
I wish we saw that, because that's always my wrestling dream, is a fight in a freight elevator.
Just like a Ninja Turtles game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. Also, like a match I wrote when I was 19.
Of course. But I love that match. I love how ugly that match is. Also, I'm a guy that saw 2 death matches in Detroit in the last month, so I kind of yes.
I do think it's kind of weird that the ultra, violent, Blackpool Combat Club just had a huge plunder match.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just seems.
Is that really out of character for Jon Moxley? Have you seen Jon Moxley matches in other promotions in the last month? Because
they haven't spilled outside the ring a lot. They've been violent. They've been bloody. They haven't spilled outside the ring a lot.
You did not see the DC match, which was a 4-way.
Okay.
No, I mean, not as much as this, but there was still a bit of calamity.
Okay. Also, I feel bad for the poor people who have to clean that arena. Because there was DNA all over the place. That match is probably not what you want to do while we're still in a pandemic.
Did you see him at Top Baller? Fuck me. Yeah. Anyways, oh my God, I've seen more DNA spill in the last month. That's a phrase that should not be by itself.
DP, clip that one.
No.
Dave, clip that one.
Whatever.
Personal use.
Why is he talking about DNA with a cowboy hat on? What is this show? And then, I forgot I have a star on.
You're the sheriff.
Just like we'll talk about deputization in a minute. CM Punk is your champion. I think I'm more interested in what they do with Adam Page afterwards, because Adam Page has been this interesting, complex character through this entire thing. And by the way,
I'm a little worried about what they're going to do with him.
I think he might have another family thing, you don't know. But also he's been kind of all over the place emotionally, right, with things, and you got to give and Page had. This chapter of AEW Championship has been tremendous with him, right? His matches with Brian Danielson. Fuck me.
It's all the same.
Also,
thing.
who was it? Oh, CM Punk saying listen, I had a match with Dean Ambrose, but I've never fought Jon Moxley on the thing. Was kind of fun.
He said that on TV before. before.
Did he say that on TV?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's the first time I've noticed it, or most recent time I've noticed it. So.
Or he said in like his first post media scrum or what? It's not. It's not.
I don't want to get into the timing and press conference yet. I think we'll do that.
Oh,
here
I haven't
in-
even watched.
I have some.
It's fantastic.
I have some notes, and you've probably heard things. So, did you watch a bit of it? Yes.
Yeah, I did.
I watched a lot of it, and I got some thoughts.
Hey.
I have some thoughts.
Hey, cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug, and
Why they have it in Vegas?
oh
Yeah.
boy, somebody had some times. We would talk
Yeah.
about that. I would love to bring up the Great O'Con and his Las Vegas experience. I was this close to asking Jeff Cobb if when's the last time he saw him when I saw him Saturday night. So there's that. And apparently everybody had a ticket to Las Vegas after St. Louis, but me. It feels like because like Athena was there, Frank the Clown was there apparently. So there's that. Also, great to see Athena in freaking AEW.
Yeah.
Also,
Fucking good.
and this is honestly what we should have led with. Stokely Hathaway.
Yes,
Oh,
that will
God.
be the best thing for Jade,
Mhm.
right?
But yes and no, because she doesn't need to talk. She's not bad on the mic.
No, but
It's
this
gonna
will
help, but
only
still,
make it better.
Still need a little bit more of the in-ring.
Yes, but I don't know. I think he'll be a good. He is a more experienced guy than Mark Sterling as far as that
And a
goes.
more charismatic guy, just
Yes.
in general.
Who would you have? Okay, here's a question, real quick. Go around. Everybody has the veteran coach Arn Anderson, Jake the Snake Roberts, Sting, Tully Blanchard thing going on, right?
Christian Cage.
Christian Cage. Who would you like to be Jade's veteran advisor role in that vein?
Trish Stratus.
Trish? Yeah?
Mhm.
Okay. Paul?
No, Ivory.
Ivory? Oh, I like that.
Ivory
I like
and
that.
Jade.
Yeah.
I like that. What about you, Paul?
Terry Funk.
Terry Funk should be everybody's advisor.
I agree.
That's a good answer. Honestly, you know what? I would love to see Serena Deeb kind of coming back around to that role. She's the professor. She can build her up, right? I could be good.
I'd rather see Serena with a title than advising someone.
This is true, too.
Personally,
This is true, too. And that was a really good match with them as well.
that was a really good match, but I think awkwardly placed on the show.
Yeah. Well, it was in that.
I think awkwardly placed on the show.
It was in that last 3 run, right? After the Anarchy match, right?
It was right before the.
It was before the Anarchy match. Okay. Well, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a very good, solid technical match, but it didn't honestly. I wouldn't have had the Darby and O'Reilly match at all.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like that helped anything because there was no heat going into that
Good
match.
Good match, though.
Good match, fine match, but it didn't belong on the show.
Yeah. Well, that
I'm
was
like,
part of the strategy. I think we'll talk about it in a minute here, guys. So, anyways. Well, in the meantime.
Dave says Beth Phoenix.
Ooh, Beth Phoenix. I was trying to figure.
And I'm gonna say, if she was still with us, Sherry Martel.
Yeah, a Sherry, a Chyna, if she was still with us. A Luna, if she was still with us, would be tremendous. That's what I was trying to think. Who is a
I'd rather see Luna with Abaddon. That's just
right? Like who is like a big badass, that could push
actually,
her.
you know who would be really good? Awesome Kong.
I would also not hate Vicky Guerrero seconding her.
No.
Yeah.
It would become all about Vicky.
No, you think that was all about Vicky?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I barely know.
Yeah.
I barely know Vicky's there unless I'm in the arena. I think
Yeah, but when you're in the arena, everyone reacts to Vicky and not to Nyla.
Oh, but I think people are reacting. I react to Nyla. but I also think that music's fucking badass. But like my favorite, man, there are two songs that are like when they hit, you're like you just want to fucking throw the horns up, and that's the Nyla Rose theme and the fucking Top Flight
Ruby,
Dante. What's that?
Ruby.
Okay.
Ruby, how?
My wife marking out. First she's like, oh cool, Britt got somebody to play her to the ring, and then fucking Rancid came out. And she just lost her shit. Like, that's fucking Rancid. It's fucking Rancid. Rancid's fucking playing her out. I was like, yes.
By the way, and this is a small note. To Samoa Joe and Ruby, just get pink and black gear.
Yeah, apparently.
Just let us think it's going to be something than the obvious.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, I called it, like, 2 weeks ago that it was going to be Adam Cole and Britt as the King and Queen of Hearts.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, Joe, we know you have pink gear. Come on.
Yep, that'd be nice.
Just make us think.
Well, if you want to go check out more of wrestling that could end up on television someday, you never know. Hey, we even got stuff in there of Lee Moriarty and Wardlow and Britt Baker herself. You can check out it all at IndieWrestling.us, the IndieWrestling.us network, or the ringside members on the IndieWrestling.us YouTube page. A lot of great stuff going on there. You can see the budding career of one Cowpoke Paul over there at Ryse Wrestling, of course. And, of course, coming up, I believe. So stay tuned. I would like to do it this Tuesday, but maybe by next Tuesday, we will be actually rolling out the Victory Championship Wrestling Memorial Day Mayhem free on our channels, the YouTube, the Facebook, wherever we can throw it. So you guys can go check that out and see what VCW is all about. And, you know, somebody might get thrown in a pool. Actually, we might look at that here in a few minutes. So we're going to give you a little preview as we're doing our next interview here. But please go check it out, IndieWrestling.us. And thank you so much, everybody that is supporting IndieWrestling.us. Everybody supporting it's what's going on. Thank you to our awesome partners that we get to work with Warrior Wrestling, helping them with the production over on Fight TV for those Warrior Wrestling shows. A great show in St. Louis this past weekend, of course. The surprise guest replacing Will Ospreay was Brian Cage taking on Davey Richards. It was tremendous. Athena against, I think it's Janai Kai, who we've seen on Dark a lot. You know, we've seen a lot of these people on Dark, and they're very impressive. Tootie Lynn was another one that was featured against Deonna Purrazzo. And these are people that we're seeing on AEW Dark, but have you seen them actually, you know, go on this other level on the indies, you know, on a big stage? And this is where you need to do it at Warrior Wrestling. You can check out past Warrior Wrestlings on our VOD catalog over at IndieWrestling.us via Vimeo. Wherever you got the Vimeo app, you can watch your purchases over there. And of course, we have a lot of great content on the on-demand platforms as well. So go check it out, IndieWrestling.us, and see what's going on there. Revenge Wrestling in Revenge Pro Wrestling. Yes, that's it. In Erie. Yes, no, my head's completely together. We just dropped a Wrestle Rage show from this past month, which was main evented by Bill Collier against Pretty Boy Smooth. A lot of great stars on there as well. Go check it out, IndieWrestling.us. And as I mentioned, as featured on IndieWrestling.us and in the forthcoming VCW Memorial Day Mayhem. I want to say Massacre, but that doesn't seem right. Yeehaw! It is Cowpoke Paul. He has a shirt that says Yeehaw, in case you forget how to say hi. Right?
Yeah.
So, listen, every once in a while, I'll see a character, a personality out of the gate in indie wrestling. I throw out Jinx every once in a while. I draw out, Britt walking out the first time. I don't know why I'm just naming ladies right now. But the moment I saw a Cowpoke Paul promo from Ryse, I said, guys, this is happening, and I can't wait to see it in action. And you have delivered, sir.
Thank you.
So tell me, what is Cowpoke Paul?
Oh, well, I was just spending a lot of time on the farm, and I figured I'd be, become a wrestler. I'm wrangling up all these cows.
I mean, you're already wrestling the cows, right?
Exactly.
I mean, it all kind of comes together.
Uh-huh.
And there's a lineage of cow folk
Oh, for
in
sure.
wrestling?
You have the Smoking Guns.
There we go.
There you go.
Terry Funk.
Terry Funk, and then we got Cowpoke Paul.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's
and the
more,
Godwins.
obviously, but Cowboy Bob Orton, you know, he was a cowboy too, and
The Godwins.
the Godwins,
the-
you know,
Haystacks Calhoun, obviously.
a lot
There
of
you go.
haystacks going on there.
There you go. There you go.
Stacking them hays, you know.
What? What?
Hey, stacking hay.
I love your being such a historian right now. So tell me about you. You're coming up through Ryse. You're coming through the Stronghold. Tell me about that experience of training there with Brandon Gay.
Oh, it's amazing. Everybody's super nice there. As soon as I showed up, it was like everybody instantly cared who I was. So that was great. And yeah, can't say enough nice stuff about them.
Please say more. Nice stuff.
That's why you're here.
Yeah, but I started in, April of last year about.
Mm-hmm.
And, people, Joey Sinceri, might not agree with all his tactics, but he was great. Joe Murphy, the great Alexander, Dalton Throttle, Christian Noir, Nikita. All these people were just so nice. Brohemoth, Zeke, everybody.
And that's a place too where you do have a good lineage of people. Like I know when I was in there filming stuff for the promo that I play here on the live for you guys on video, you see Lee Moriarty's in there, and I think you're in it as well too. You do see the Rev. I know has been doing some promo seminars, I think, with you guys too, right?
Yeah.
So how is that? I think you have other guests too. How has that been helping to kind of form you too?
It's great because you get a new perspective, and it's always great to learn from multiple people. So it's a lot of fun, and yeah, everybody helps out.
Now we did have, you've been kind of a happy-go-lucky character with Ryse Wrestling, as I've been able to see, in the editing and everything. With our great crew's been over there covering those shows with you. But you had a different kind of attitude yesterday with VCW as well. I don't know. Was it just being in West Virginia?
Yeah, sometimes when I cross that border into West Virginia, I just can't take it and rubs me the wrong way. I gotta punch somebody.
I mean, if you pissed off Zeke Mercer, you've definitely done something, right?
You don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Did you tell Zeke that you like Mel Brooks movies? Because that really gets
Ooh.
Yeah, he wouldn't know the meaning of Mel Brooks. So.
Actually, you guys should have done a Blazing Saddles gimmick.
Oh.
Damn it! Damn it! That's a missed opportunity.
Hey, you know what? The opportunity is still open. You guys connected. Like you could do like a I don't know. Can we do a Blazing
Zeke come
Saddles?
out on a horse, or like one of those like the Chavo Pepe things, like the horse on a stick?
Is this
You
a
just
good
punch it,
idea in
Zeke and Zeke
2022?
Oh, yeah, we can pull it off.
It's dangerous waters.
Yes.
I mean, it's a good thing I didn't say what I was going to say.
No, yeah, it's probably good. It was just
It's probably for
But
the best.
but anyways, yeah, first seeing you in action in person, of course. It's fun to watch in a show when there's people in the audience wearing less than the wrestlers. That's a first. That's a first for me.
Look at you carrying Zeke Mercer right now.
That's right.
I already got a nice belt. I don't know why I wanted to steal his.
That's right. You could defend the RSW Championship, which he's showing off here in the studio as well. So, but anyways, so Ryse Wrestling, of course, you kind of on the come up over there. You had some great matches over there with a few different people. You seem. I don't know if I usually see Cowboys with such a positive attitude as you seem to have from the footage that I've got coming back at me.
Well, I just like having fun and, square dancing, things like that, a little do-si-do. And, I figure I'll just go out there and, if I'm having fun, so will the people.
Are you trying to introduce more square dancing to professional wrestling?
Oh, yeah, big time.
Okay.
Big time. I come from a long line of square dancers, so.
Who do you think would be your best square dance partner out there?
Man.
And now, I mean, I don't know if you've met Cowboy Ron Hunt.
Ooh.
That's come out a couple of times.
I mean, he would be a good one. That one's going to be tough to beat.
Okay.
I mean, trying to think of
He's
people
got some
who
moves.
dance.
He's got some moves.
He does.
I mean, there was that weird dance incident he had with Yvonne Dudley, but involving his mom. So that was an awkward night at RWA. But who else you got thinking?
Man, I mean, I'm trying to think of people who dance. You know, Disco Inferno. I mean,
Maybe not him.
maybe not him. Maybe not him.
Keith Hott has
Keith
got some
Hott-
moves.
Oh yeah, Keith Hott's got some moves.
Cowboy Keith.
Cowboy
Keith.
Keith.
Ah!
Scotty Too Hottie.
I don't know why we're trying to.
Cows.
I don't know why. What?
I mean,
Similar animals.
If there's any time
Rikishi.
for us to mention Bart Gunn, it's now.
Oh.
Oh. Where's
yeah, I
Larry
mean, Gun
at?
Club, Finger Gun
Oh,
Club.
maybe you could be an honorary Gun Club member.
There. Now we're really thinking.
There it is. There it is. This is
The
where it comes
return of the
together.
I mean, he
Guns.
already seems like he's ready to kick his actual sons to the curb.
Hey man,
If he wanted,
if Billy
if he wanted
Gunn
to reunite with another cowboy.
Oh yeah. I
I
mean,
thi-
if
I
he
think
needs a
we
new
got it.
son.
Are you auditioning to be Billy Gunn's son? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
why not?
All right. Yeah, why not? I mean,
The Smoking Sun.
The
Boom.
Smoking Sun.
oh,
I
the,
just did that.
the smoking son, Cowpoke Paul.
There we go.
There it is. The
That's
son
pretty
of a
much
gun. The son of a gun, Cowpoke Paul.
Oh,
Yes.
the
Oh man.
oh, God and gun is with two ends.
Oh.
The son of a
Yes.
gun.
I mean,
That son of a gun.
we see Cowpoke Paul just go around
honestly,
the.
honestly, you should just make that merch.
Mhm.
I
Son of a
should
gun.
just start tagging him on Twitter and see if I can.
And be like, "Hi, I'm your long lost. Like I hear you're in the market for a new one. I just, I mean, there's no reason. Listen, there's been worse things I've seen on the indies. And
do
and
you, do
if
you have like one of those guns where they had like the caps on them? Can you
Ooh,
like
I can find
redo
one.
the whole video package?
Ooh.
make sure it has the orange tip on it though, because I do not want
Yeah.
you rolling into West Virginia with that thing.
Yeah,
And-
don't ask
and
chest flexor.
not rolling out. And yeah,
No.
do not involve chest flexor in this.
No.
Do not involve chest flexor. Bronco McBride. It's just.
Because he will pull a real gun out for no reason whatsoever.
Just for dinner. I just
You hanging out, 1 minute later he pulls his gun out.
yeah,
It's like,
you know.
alright.
So I mean, going back to this weekend's event. I mean, obviously, you didn't really first of all in the end there with young Zeke, but that's okay. You're new. You're getting your
Yeah, I mean-
experience. You're getting your licks in now, right?
Yeah, I mean, that happens. You
Yeah,
can't
alright.
win them all. I'd
All
like
right.
to.
So I'm just gonna put a picture on screen here, and I'm just
Alright.
gonna let you go.
Oh wow.
Oh, jeez.
That's an amazing picture.
It just happened to be the thumbnail on this video, apparently, and we're just rolling with it. Noir's gonna kill me.
That's the stuff of legends are.
What are we looking at for our audio listeners?
I believe some, jerk for no reason, Tad Jarvis, chucked me in a pool, and Noir had to come fish me out, and now we're just, trying to sunbathe, get a little tan going, get the water
Is
dried
that
out.
what he's doing? Because it definitely looked like you found someone face down in a tide pool and just fished him out, but you don't know CPR.
Well, I don't.
They do
That's
not.
true.
They did not teach the CPR on the
Grief.
on the
Yeah.
farm. Yeah, there was, of course, I mean, this was at a pool, and I think I had stated, and I you know what, this is me putting this in on the universe, that I think this is going to be my own personal Nitro Spring Break episode. And hold on, why is this not going? I think I broke this thing. And it really did kind of turn into that, didn't it? In the end, everything broke down into a 10-man tag, and then we had just everything break down into. And no, it's
Chicken
not.
fights?
What, chicken fights?
Oh, that
Yeah.
would have been smart.
All you need is Hall and Nash doing. Oh, sorry. Well, Nash.
Oh.
My bad. Doing cannonballs into the pool.
So it was actually great because everybody got thrown in, and then like Beastman and everybody. By the way, the cannonball that Beastman did. I thought I was not in the splash zone.
Oh,
I was very confident I was not in the splash zone. I was wrong. And unfortunately, I can't show any more of this because I don't think it's done processing. So we're just going to leave you with this image. No, that's something else. I don't know what that is.
That's not a good image to
That's
show.
just Beastman hanging at the pool with a bunch of people. So,
Those
yeah,
are West Virginia's personified right there. Like,
it
you
really
look at
is
all
kind
those
of right.
people and you're like, ding dang, like at all the people. Like, cool.
So, Anyways, an interesting experience to say the least. That's the VCW Memorial Day Mayhem. But of course, you can check out a lot of other shows, the Ryse Wrestling shows, like we mentioned over on, if you remember, on any of the IndieWrestling.us stuff. And I think we featured a few clips and matches actually over the last couple months of you too, if I'm not mistaken. Right?
I believe so.
Yeah, we got a few out there over on YouTube if you want to experience some Cowpoke Paul. Now, wait, why are you the only one not wearing a hat right now?
Man,
What's happening?
Sorry.
Wait a minute. Hey. I mean, we are all on theme here.
That's true.
We were all so we did. I got a T-shirt here. I got the Brew It Club from our friend Team Hammerfist on Twitter. Puts us together after I forget his name.
Joe Murphy.
Joe Murphy, thank you.
The most caffeinated man in all of professional
That's right. And he's from the same class as you, right?
That's
so you're
right.
you're very. First of all, what is your impression of Joe Murphy?
Oh man, I mean he's the best. You put a cup of coffee in that guy, and I think he could slam anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, he just keeps going and going and going.
He could slam a Beastman if he had enough.
I think he could. I mean, that's hard. So
look out, Mr. Beastman.
Yeah, but I think Joe Murphy could do it if he got enough coffee in him.
That's right.
I bet he could slam a tornado and dry up a sea. Yeah.
So what are we? It was like so. Listen, you got to have some themes. What are your moves? What's your move set? What's the merch? Are you just yeehawing right now, or are you really digging into this?
Should we come up with some $1,000 ideas?
I gotta find out if he needs it first.
I know. So you know these hats you guys got on. If you like them, you can get them at any Ryse show. The badges as well.
Oh yeah.
I also have cowbells.
Oh.
If you need more cowbell.
Everybody needs more cowbell.
Oh, they do.
Thank you for not bringing it for the show.
Yeah, I thought about it. But
that would have gotten out of hand. Yeah. So,
but I do love U.S. currency. So if you guys got any more ideas, just let me know.
I love U.S. currency.
You need like a "Hey Dude" T-shirt that just says "Cowpoke."
Yeah.
And then like the horseshoe.
Oh, okay.
You need that shirt.
Or like a picture with you just shooting double guns, like you're my favorite deputy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You're
that's
my
good.
favorite deputy.
There you go. There you go.
Someone's poison in the water hole.
And by the way, if you ever like in the twilight of your career, if you need to do something like Mick Foley, you literally can just steal Santino's gimmick, and there can be a snake in your boot.
Oh, there we go.
There's a snake in my boots.
See?
There you go.
I mean, I don't think those catchphrases are trademarked by anyone.
No,
So what is what's your finisher? What's your signature here?
So you know that jump on their back over the top stunner, saddle up. You got that one.
I like that. I like that. Okay.
Big running lariat. Greetings from Dry Rock. And,
okay.
You know, that's about it. If those don't work, we're in trouble.
I mean, may I recommend a tombstone?
Okay.
Okay.
Those are good ones.
All right. I mean, you know.
What are we gonna call
or the poisoned water hole.
Mm.
I mean, your Death Valley driver could be the tombstone pizza driver.
Oh.
Call it,
I mean, it could also just be the Death Valley driver.
Happy Trails.
Happy Trails. Oh, Happy
that's a good one.
Trails.
Gotta
That's a
get a
good
new
one.
move. Name it that.
I feel like somebody else does a Happy Trails though.
Happy Trails.
But I mean, you know, it's territory days. You can take it.
For sure.
Territory days were ancient times.
Ancient times. I mean, it's kind of back to territories. Territorial internet production.
You could just use the lasso from El Paso.
Oh, there we
Oh.
go.
Wait. Where are you harking from?
I'm from Dry Rock, Wyoming.
Dry Rock, Wyoming.
I had to relocate. You know, there was somebody robbed a bank. I don't know who it was, but they thought it was me. So I had to relocate myself. So now I'm here.
What kind of cowboy are you?
And you know,
Couldn't be you. You like
It
U.S.
was not-
currency. I don't think
yeah,
they use
I
that
mean-
in Wyoming.
No. No.
You got here somehow on someone's
Yeah.
dime, though, so good
Yeah.
for you.
Well, it's horseback I got here.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Definitely didn't
Well,
rob a bank.
No, that one.
By the way, Sorg, did you have like a stable for the horse?
Yeah. So
Like,
you know,
are we taking care of the horse? and
we've had
everything?
many upgrades here at Sorgatron
Okay.
Media Studios, and you know, we accommodate. We accommodate.
Okay.
You didn't tie it to my car, did you? Sorg, look out the window, please.
Let's move on. Moving on. Listen, we got a train here. You know we got a train here in the neighborhood? It's back. It's not going to scare the horse. So,
Oh, jeez. That poor horse. Talk about a horse of a different color.
yep. Yes. Anyways. Excellent. Wait, what's going on? I'm checking in the chat. Can Fandango do a two-step?
Ooh,
Yeah,
I bet he could.
Oh, I mean, you could probably do a two-step with Dirty Curdy.
There we go.
There you go. I'm checking the chat.
I'm pretty sure they did like a cowboy spoof at some point in NXT. They did like a construction spoof. They did like a
I
cowboy
think they definitely
spoof.
did a cowboy one.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were definitely the fashion cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, what about the something rhinestone? I don't know, the rhinestone cowboy just popped in my head. Maybe that's a Las Vegas thing. Am I wrong?
No, I mean,
No,
you know, I think that would have to have a flair involved. I think they own the trademark on rhinestones.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Awesome. So, Cowpoke Paul, where are you on social medias?
At Cowpoke Paul, I believe on Twitter. That's where we go. It's very nice.
Yeah, Sorg. I already tagged our guest because NXT's counter-programming us.
What are they doing?
I don't know.
I just have
couldn't
an
tell
episode
who
of
was
Law
in
and
the-
Order on right now or something.
Couldn't tell who was in the match, but NXT 35 minutes ago tweeted someone saying on the back of someone else doing a yeehaw with a cowboy emoji. And I said someone is counter-booking.
What the hell?
So they're 100% watching the show.
Someone is counter-booking.
You rat bastards.
That ain't
I
right.
cannot imagine anybody.
No, Ronnie. We don't say rat bastards. We call them varmints.
I cannot.
Varmints.
I cannot imagine anybody at WWE watching or even participating in this show at all, ever. Can
Can you get a picture of me just staring at the camera?
If you could look at the camera.
I'm looking at the camera.
No, you're not looking
You're
at
not
the camera.
looking at the
I'm looking
camera.
at the camera.
Kevin looks at- there you go.
This is my surprise face.
Hard camera, Ronnie. Hard camera. Ronnie's
I was
camera's
looking
hard.
at Sorg's camera, and I can see Sorg.
Look at the back of my camera.
So I can
That's
see
not the
you.
camera.
I can see you through the camera. I'm like, well, that's not me. I gotta act like I've done
There's
this before.
also not a lens on your side of the camera because it's facing me, as you can see.
Someday I'm gonna learn how to do this this podcast.
This is why Ronnie's not on television.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just-
Oh yeah.
I'm like, hard cam's this way. Yes, I'm
I'm
on hard
right
cam.
here. It's like I'm looking right at it.
Look at the adjective. Play.
What are these
Which is-
words coming out of the hard cam? And why can I see Sorg?
Oh my god.
Well, Ronnie, if it makes you feel better, I saw I was catching up on my young Rock, and Rock even recounts he didn't know where the hard camera was his first time either. So,
Listen, man, we're doing
so as long as it's your first time podcasting, you're fine.
It's
This
not.
is your first podcast, right, Ronnie?
I've been podcasting with you guys for a few years now.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So maybe you're fine.
There was a moment on Saturday night. It was the JoJo match, the LA Dojo match, and guys got a cool I can't explain this costume, other than he's half mechanical Spider-Man suit and half RoboCop, and he goes to does a super cool pose to like the back row and the wall, and like me and both of my cameramen are like, what the fuck is he doing? The hard cam's the other way. And I was like, I guess they don't teach that at the dojo. Because it was so intentional too, right? Like he's like, I'm completely doing this so everybody can see me, and we're like, you did this so 10 people can see you. What are we doing right now? I'm sorry.
In the dojo, they are all hard cameras.
I think apparently they are. I don't know. I love you, New Japan, but you gotta get your boy under control. I don't know what was happening. And it's not just like I'm just going to the crowd. It was like a hard intention, and it felt over the top. Like I'm completely fucking doing this for the audience at home. but there was no audience at home. And it's just like, wait, the fuck is happening? And it just broke me for a minute. So, I'm sorry. I should not. Fantastic talent, and I still need a story on that fantastic outfit he came out in. Oh my God, I can't breathe. So we're gonna go to break. Ronnie, since I'm out of breath, damn it, you're gonna read this ad.
Into the hard camera.
I'm looking at my camera. Hello, camera.
Hello, people at home.
Let me tell you guys about our sponsor.
Yes.
Slice on Broadway.
Tell it.
New York style pizza.
Oh?
It tastes just like it looks. Delicious.
Okay.
Do you want New York style Yinzer made? I was getting there. Yinzer made pizza? Then go to your locations. I think there's one in the North Hills. There's one like right down the street from us. It's actually there. Sorry.
It's right in front of you.
So there's one in Peachview, there's one in Carnegie, there's one in East End, and there's one by me in the North Hills.
And now we know where Ronnie lives.
Remember, Slice on Broadway. Make sure you get your Slice on Broadway. And that's how they do it on Broadway.
We'll be back. Oh, God bless. We will be back after this.
What's up? It's the Gigabyte Grizzly Brohema, and this is a messed up time we live in, so I need you all to do me a favor. Wear your mask. Like this, not like this, or like this, or like this, like this. Wear your mask. It's for your safety and mine. Because if I see you without one, I'm going to pump kick a mask onto your face. Got it?
For a foot or an inch, yeah, I fight for you all is the truth, and I'm in, yeah, I fight for every breath that I...
The world of pro wrestling, it's bigger than ever. So how can you possibly keep up with everything that's happening? Just pro wrestling news. Don't fear falling behind. Give us just 5 minutes every morning, and we'll catch you up on the biggest news in the world of pro wrestling. No filler, no rumors, no spoilers, no pop-ups. Just pro wrestling news. Subscribe on your favorite podcast app or tell your smart speaker to play the Just Pro Wrestling News podcast. Find out more. Go to justprowrestlingnews.com.
Shout out to Garfield TV Network on Roku.
Grind City. And you know this, man.
You know what I'm saying? It's like right place, right time, out of nowhere.
So what you saying?
Former tag team partner coming to save.
Tony Johnson, we saw him battle Edric earlier, but this is a 2-on-1 mugging.
We are back, and I just realized because how I did the audio, Mad Mike's just been sitting in a penalty box listening to commercials for the last several minutes. So there's that whole situation. Hi, Mike.
I had no idea what anyone's been saying.
Well, we've been talking about you this whole time.
We have been.
And so
I was talking about how disappointed you were in me.
Also, while I'm at it,
You varmint.
Speaking of varmints, I'm the varmint that did not plug the Ryse show next week. There was one just this past weekend in Baldwin. It's in editing right now for IndieWrestling.us, but there is one next week happening. Wait, Paul, did you have a match this Saturday? I think we were up in the air on that.
I did.
You did. What'd you do this past Saturday?
Oh man, I went one-on-one with Gerard Garrett. Magnificent. Didn't turn out the way I wanted it to, but you know, we'll get him next time.
Okay, all right. And then what's happening next week?
Yeah, June 11th, Uniontown, going one-on-one with Colby Red.
Ooh.
Tough draw, but
he has a bullet in his head.
I know, yeah. Tough task, but
how do you take on a person who already has a bullet in his head?
I mean, he's
I don't know.
You shoot him in the heart, sword.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh wow, that's pretty good.
Shotgun drop kick.
There we go.
They're putting you in there with a lot of good talent. Good
Yeah,
for you,
it's
man.
awesome.
That's a good sign. That's a really good sign. So I mean, you know, if they think you can hang and learn something with this, they're definitely gonna throw you in there with those guys, right? Yeah. So, oh, there's Mike's message. Why do I have the music? Well, reasons. Something didn't work. So really good show. So what else is happening on that show? Pretty Boy Smooth is going to be defending once again, correct?
Yeah, Jackson Stone from Impact Wrestling.
Jackson Stone.
Yeah, that should be great. There's a tag team gauntlet for the tag team titles. Primal Fear is going to be in that.
Okay.
There's a women's tag team match, Scarlett and Laura Lovelace versus Badger and Lana Lennox.
Okay.
Should be a good one.
It's good women's talent, yes.
Yep. Oh, Christian Noir and Tony Johnson.
That'll be good.
That's going to be insane.
That's good.
The grudge match between Matt Connard and Getty Cahoon.
That's going to be really good.
Dr. Carl Martin.
That dude cracks me up, by the way.
Which one?
His manager.
Oh, the doctor?
Dr. Carl, because he holds that skull.
Oh, he holds it all the time.
And then like he was mumbling something at the show and he kept doing it. So he saw I was laughing hysterically. So he like intentionally tried to make me laugh.
Nice.
And I'm like, shut up, man. Like, Sorksy, yell at me if I keep laughing on the fucking camera.
Yes, I am. I'm like, we can fucking hear you. It's a live mic. I need to rework that. So that strategy doesn't work with Ronnie.
Well, did you guys see the legend of that mullet kid that I put on camera? Outstanding.
Good mullets in Uniontown.
Oh man,
you saw that kid that I'm talking about, right?
He's awesome.
Hey, nothing like unironic. That was one of the greatest things about Dollywood was the unironic mullets going on over there. So Tina's still waiting on my pizza. Somebody needs to book me in Seattle again. I haven't gotten a call yet. So message your local wrestling promotion. Tell them to book Sorg.
Slice on Broadway, coming to you from Broadway in Seattle.
Listen, Seattle.
Are you trying to defy Sorg?
Okay, I'm not calling them out. But there's other promotions in Seattle, and I just want to go to Seattle again.
I know.
And I have I have openings in July. Okay, so June's booked, but July I got some openings. And I'm just saying it'd be nice to visit Seattle in the summer. Okay, and I promise Tina, and if you book me, I will also bring you pizza. I know it doesn't seem like a good idea, but I hear the West Coast doesn't have great pizza in general. So I mean, something that's been on a plane for 7 hours.
I've been to your pizza kitchens.
Don't think I haven't seen your pizza. West Coast.
Yes. No.
You know what the best part about their pizza is? Throwing it in the trash.
Oh,
wow.
And that's why you should go to Slice on Broadway, no matter where you're coming from. Anyways, what the fuck? Speaking of people going off the handle, so there was a press conference the other night.
I was like,
and
yeah, I haven't watched this yet. So
okay. So here's a fresh. You're gonna want to watch it after we talk about
fantastic.
it. So I kept getting these tweets about it. I saw a tweet from I think Ross Berman saying that this is a cry for help. And I'm just like, why is this a cry for help? They just had a fantastic show. They kept saying how they broke all these numbers for AEW. It was maybe the most successful night in AEW's history financially at this point, right? So I tuned it in. I was listening a little bit of the Punk stuff. I was listening a little bit, tiny bit of the Jade stuff. But it just sounded like she was doing podcast interviews, so I moved on. The Jericho stuff I thought was really interesting, actually, especially when they're talking about the Anarchy and why certain things happened or didn't happen going into the Anarchy match with Mike, which Mike also may lend to some of the questions you had with that match too, if you listen to that part. But then and I missed the early part that Ronnie you were talking about, but like there's this thing where he kept defending because there was this, and I tried to get back in time for the pay-per-view, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to go do this, and Dabrowski says to me, because I had been driving for 10 hours, 10 hours, something like that, and Joe had been on the social media in the back of the car, so he's been like, hey, you're going to have a long night. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm just going to go see the pay-per-view. He's like, yeah, he has apparently said the main event is not going on until after the NBA Finals tonight. I was like, oh, okay. So that could be something. So did you know this, not know this, Mike?
Okay, that makes more sense.
Okay, so when we talk about like certain matches and things being in where they were, so he's going into this, and people are asking them, and my buddy Nick Hausman is always asking awkward questions of him. Because the first thing he asks is like, will you comment on the MJF situation? He's like, no, I will not comment on the MJF. Nick's really good for asking those questions that he knows he will not get answered. But and Nick I know from doing commentary over at Warrior. So he asked about, I think he's the one that set him off on this. So, asked about the length and everything because he's coming on fire for the length of the show, but also the crowd was fucking into it the whole time. Also realized the crowd
took breaks.
The crowd was into it generally more than the last show. I think personally, markedly better than the last show.
They took breaks, but man, they were hot when it was deserved to be hot, and I felt like certain things that should have been hot fell flat at Revolution. Okay, so that's just where I'm at there. Anyways, so they talked about the length. He was very adamant about how, like, yes, we put things in order the way they were. He kept talking about his dinner he had the other night with Dana White, and then says this is very akin to how UFC does their pay-per-views, right? Because he's like, there's 50 prelims and all this stuff, right? And they do very well for themselves, and everybody knows that their main event is usually not on until after midnight, wherever, on the East Coast, things like that. It's plus it's like still a $50, $60, $80 pay-per-view sometimes for UFC. So there's that. So the philosophy that there were people at home with the Game 7. He did not think there was going to be a likelihood of Game 7 when they dropped this date because he said something about there's a 28%. He's using a lot of sports numbers because he works with the Jaguars, so he's in that world, right? So if I were him, if you've seen the Jaguars play, I wouldn't trust him.
Okay, but he's still in the world, okay? Executing a successful team on the field is different than the business side of things. The administrative business side of things, let's say. And I honestly, I don't know much about his role at the Jaguars personally. But anyways, so their idea of doing like the 3 hot matches ending the show, Anarchy in the Arena, that 3-way tag match, which I forgot who all was in that match. Holy fuck, that was good. And then, of course, the main event, the marquee, was going to be CM Punk with Adam Page. Which it's a big fucking deal. But it could be the biggest marquee match they've had yet, right? It was. I mean, on paper, financially, it was. Mm-hmm. So between the house, they said that and he talked about how, and I remember hearing it, and I was like, that's really interesting. Tony Schiavone during the Anarchy match is like, this is crazy. Call your friends. We still got the main event coming up during the match, after the match, right? And you're like, that's a very like Monday Nitro thing to say. And then it turns out, according to Tony in the press conference, that did spike their buys. They got a lot of late buys. And, of course, anybody that buys it can go back and watch the rest of the show later, right? That's, there's, they can go back and see the Owen Hart tournament, all that kind of stuff. It's there, that's fine. So it worked for them. They extended it out. The buys are up. I think he said 6-figure, not 7-figure uptick in their buys from doing this strategy, telling everybody to call their friends. I'm saying it again because Mike walked away for a minute. I think he missed his part. Telling people to call their friends to still see the rest of the show and the main event because it's really crazy. Look, you're missing it.
Yeah, that was irritating.
But I was just saying it worked. It worked.
It was still
worked.
irritating.
They still say it worked. That's why I said it was a very Nitro thing to say, right? But it was a strategy that worked for them to the point of a 6-figure increase, they said. So this was a business thing more than wrestling booking as a logic. And these things are going to mesh together. And the crowd hung with them, and it worked. But the thing is, he kept repeatedly justifying it. I'm pretty sure I turned it off for a while. Did you watch the rest of the press conference? Did he just keep going?
Mm-hmm. He repeated himself at least 6 times.
Okay. Basically this entire scenario that I just laid out for the people that didn't listen.
He said there was a 23 and 3% chance of the basketball.
Yes.
And this is what he's talking about. So automatically I'm doing Steiner math in my head.
Yes.
As soon as he's throwing his rampage, I'm like,
I mean, there's already a larger percent chance of a Game 7 happening in a hotly contested basketball series.
Yeah, so he was talking about that, and he just kept repeating himself. He's like, we're doing so good. We have all this stuff going on. And this was at the end, because he was still talking at the end of the press conference.
Yes.
But, the CM Punk shit was...
It was like an hour more of just him, wasn't it?
It was.
Yes.
He finished all the interviews an hour in, and he's like, okay, who has any questions? So for an hour, he's just running his fucking mouth for an hour.
Yeah.
I'm like,
so in other words, he was just running his mouth about the one thing people actually wanted to know about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Runtime was now. One thing he did say that he said bell to bell.
Now wait, did the media scrum have to go against the NBA post show?
I don't know. That might be.
Probably.
That might be.
Did he get like 100,000 more viewers on YouTube? Is that what the thing was?
He may have. He had to get his shit in.
At this point, I think they probably did after all the tweets about it. So it's good for their YouTube. So cool. Maybe the next Media Scrum will be sponsored by Price.com.
Or DraftKings.
Or DraftKings. Another fucking DraftKings.
How many times will Tony Kahn justify his length?
I'm getting tired of seeing the same DraftKings commercial across multiple wrestling promotions at this point, or multiple everything, because it's the same commercial, but then they just insert what the thing is you're watching.
Hold on. Here's a disclaimer for the kids. If you're using U.S. currency, to quote our guest, to bet on professional wrestling,
yes,
please stop.
Yeah. This is not a thing we should do.
Please stop.
Yeah.
No.
Unless you're betting on me, because then it's guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
You won't lose.
The house always wins.
That's right.
Anyways, but there was that. That was the long ranty part. But Tony had these interesting outbursts during CM Punk. Ronnie, I saw some of the Twitter clips of this. But you said he was ranting about Eric Bischoff or something like that, and
no, Tony.
So in other words, Bischoff baited him, and Tony reacted like a mark.
Oh boy!
Oh no, dude! All right, so here's what happened. Somebody asked the question of, so a couple weeks ago, CM Punk, you were having a Twitter feud with Eric Bischoff, and he said that financially you weren't good for the wrestling business. And CM Punk, naturally, he's like, I really don't care what Eric Bischoff has to say. It doesn't matter to me. And then Tony Khan's like, but it matters to me. He's like, it's bullshit. And then he just went off on a rant. He's just like, there is nobody in this company who has been financially more successful than CM Punk has since he's been here. The record-breaking episode when he showed up and he was winning the Friday Night War because the Friday Night War was real because there's a document in fucking court that says it's fucking real. And like,
what the fuck is he talking about?
Yeah, and he's just
all right, okay. The Friday Night War is not real. Just like the Tuesday Night War wasn't, or the Wednesday Night War wasn't real.
No.
Like, spoiler alert, more people watch WWE in general.
Yeah.
Like, very much so.
On top of competing with, like, network television SmackDown. You know what I mean? You're not... Like, if they're...
but the week he's talking about...
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It was not on network television.
It was on FS1.
It was on FS1.
So of course they beat them.
Is the fucking point.
Wait, was that the week that they rolled over like a half an hour?
They rolled over because FS1 had to account for the fact that there wasn't sports.
Yes.
That was the only reason they got an overrun.
I wish I could get the picture of CM Punk's eyes, just looking at him like.
See, no, the look is probably like, I am spending so much of your money.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
that's what the look was.
That's one of those. That is that look where like, listen, Paul, you're not here yet, but Ronnie, you know what I'm talking about. When you're just like I need to fucking get away from this wrestling promoter.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Like we've all been in the room where the wrestling promoter is saying some wild shit, and we're like, this isn't okay, and I don't need to be here anymore.
I've walked out of rooms.
Yes.
When I was
the
like,
difference being we're not getting paid what CM Punk is.
Yeah.
Like we were like they like you felt like a little kinship with that, right?
Yeah.
Just
I was just like, man, I feel you. I've had that look before. Like, I know, man. Like, I know. I was just like, wow.
What was it? The look of, I am now the representative for this man.
Yeah, it was like sheer terror.
It was a little bit. But it's also like I ain't going where because you're paying me too much money to be here, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's the only difference.
Plus, realistically, where would he go?
He would go home and hang out with his dog. I don't know.
No, I know,
like,
but
that's
what
he'd do.
I mean. Like he wouldn't. It's not like he has other
no
real wrestling options that he would go to.
Yeah, he would just do what he was doing.
I really think it's okay, that was weird, noted, kind of thing. But I do feel like Punk just kind of has these experiences with Tony from time to time. Because, I mean, we know Tony is Tony, right? We know Tony Kahn is a big fucking mark for the business.
Yes.
He is a money mark for the business.
Yes.
And I say this with all due respect to Tony Kahn.
He knows he
because
is too,
it is
so.
identifiable, and we are like, oh yeah, it's if I had way too much money and literally got to like play wrestling promoter and
I'm waiting for him to become an on-screen character. It's gonna happen.
I hope it never happens.
He's not going
It's
to.
gonna happen.
I'm not going to say it.
He has enough respect for it.
It's gonna happen with Tony Khan. It happened with fucking Smashing Pumpkins. It's
Bro,
gonna happen
if he also Billy
Speaking of him, it happened with Vince Russo. It's gonna happen with Tony
as long
Khan.
as Tony Khan,
as
long as Tony Khan isn't rolling out in a Popemobile, I'm okay. Okay, like, and he's not like a commissioner, and he's like, I mean, if somebody wants to go NWO and say I'm taking over the place, and they throw him through a table, like I'm cool with that. If that happens, hey, we really need to get this shit over. Let's make people think it's real. Hey, let's throw Tony Khan through a table. Like those kinds of things, right? He's already. I mean, he is alluded to as the boss and mentioned in promos because he is what he is. He's on screen. Mike, here's the thing. He's already an on-screen character.
I know, but like more so.
What more so? He's already an on-screen character. Watch the Media Scrum.
What he has right now is the Uncle Paul role of Triple H. That's what he has.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like he's not involved in.
He's welcome to NXT, Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, he's Uncle Paul. That's what it is. Or as Xavier Woods calls him, Hache, which I love. It's amazing.
I, for one, need to see the CM Punk and Tony Kahn buddy comedy.
Yeah.
Like,
I think we did.
Like, they need to
no,
clip it
buddy
all
comedy's in the House of Black.
Whoa!
I see
Wow!
what you did there.
Wow!
So clever.
But Podner's saying if Vince acted like Tony did, everyone would be talking about how bad Vince is.
Yeah, but because he does it backstage, and we already talk about how bad Vince is.
And Tina says Tony needs to work on his delegation skills and a vacation.
Oh yes! Oh yes!
Oh yeah!
Yes. I think Tony's under a lot of pressure. I also think when we're talking about Vince, it actually brings up a good point with Vince, because remember we were like freaking over the moon that Vince was acting like a human being on Pat McAfee's show, because that's the problem. Vince has achieved this godlike status of what he's accomplished, versus Tony is the most humanized human that he's overhumanized and overflawed. And wears both the positives and the negatives basically on his sleeve, whether he should or not. I don't think.
I wonder if a lot of this is stemming from the MJF situation.
Oh, I think he was. I think it was whatever fucking happened. I think he was stepped up. I think between the blowback from the time and the MJF situation, whatever the fuck is going on there,
because it's not like anyone associated with AEW is really good to accept, shall we call, constructive criticism. If you just try saying something slightly negative about AEW, they come for you, and apparently it starts with the top down. Because the length, while there are significant business reasons to do that, it's also okay, start the show at 9. Start the show at 9 if you want to do that.
Wait a minute. So
it's a holiday weekend.
I think there's a lot more that goes with it.
And also, he's talking about UFC pay-per-views. UFC pay-per-views are on Saturdays.
Yes, and they're not competing with that, and they do better.
No, but he's talking about that their pay-per-view was structured like a UFC was. It wasn't. It's on a different day.
And this is a holiday weekend.
Yeah, but even on holiday weekends, UFC runs on Saturdays.
So why are we comparing? No. But he's talking about that strategy. But he also says that UFC's night is Saturday, and historically AEW did better on Sundays as a rule. Right. So I don't know why we're back to Saturdays here.
But also UFC doesn't have set fight times.
Okay.
So I mean, you can't I don't think they should be structuring how they time stuff out based off a UFC pay-per-view.
Cues, not the rule book. Okay, is the intention here? And I think you're misconstruing some of the stuff that we are telephoning to you from him. So, Ronnie, I feel like it makes sense the way he put it. What Tony says in this interview. So you're deconstructing my telling of what he said, and I don't think you're going down the right hole on this one.
Okay, well,
so I would pause your sample until you listen to Tony, if you were to have a chance.
The Insanity, and then I'll come back.
Yes, watch the Insanity. Come back with us. Come back from the dark side with us. So and just as a final thought on this, cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
And for whatever happened tonight, I would tell you, at least on this side of the desk, everything is I'm water and coffee. So not even a drinking night. So the fun stuff's for when I go home. Anyways, not cocaine. Okay. Only did that once by accident. So
you don't have to tell them that, dude.
Gathering's a hell of a time.
I've said it in public before.
The gathering's a hell of a time.
Gathering's a hell of a time. And don't take things from strangers.
Dude, all I'm saying, man, people are going to die in that haunted house.
No, I don't think.
I'm fucking telling
Ronnie,
you right now.
Ronnie, come on.
I've seen that movie before,
It'll be
brother.
fine. It'll be fine. You know what? I thought I was going to die at the first gathering, and I was fine, okay? It's fine. I'm like, You know what? There was a point. Oh, we're fucking going somewhere. There was a point at the first gathering I was at in 2001 in Toledo where I was looking around, and I was looking at this, and I'm just like, am I in a cult?
A little bit.
Sword,
Yes.
do not drink the laced Fago.
No.
Well, that was until many, many years later where I had that incident. But anyways, lol, Sorgan edibles. Yeah.
Good times.
Anyways, Soul's got a lot on his shoulders. Also, like Tony, I don't think. Yeah, man. I think wrestling is his outlet, man.
It has to be.
It says put an air tag on Ronnie before the gathering.
Ronnie's not going to the gathering anymore. Hey, Cowpoke Paul.
Yeah.
What are you doing the first week of August?
Oh, I got no plans, man.
You want to go to the gathering of the Juggalos? They'll love you down there.
That is a hard yes.
Yeah.
Will you be in gimmick the entire time?
Oh yeah.
Yes, dude. Hey, there's Cowboy Juggalos. They're down. Dallas was one of the original clown towns.
Sweet.
Baby. Let's do it.
All right.
Let's do it.
You go up to the nastiest looking girl and you'd be like, "Howdy, ma'am."
Oh my God! Apparently, there is an NXT in your house this Saturday.
Are they just announcing this for the first time?
I have. This is the first I've heard.
It was. We had the show on in the background, and it was like all over it.
I mean,
I thought it was in your house going on right now. God. Yeah. So.
I mean, it'd be nice if we knew somebody in the company that knew this was happening.
God, I mean, but as we established, nobody at WWE would possibly be involved or watch this show.
Not at all.
Nobody
Well, no, they
at
just
all.
had spring break-in. That's why I didn't think they'd be doing a pay-per-view already.
Boy, nothing goes over your head, Mike.
Because
no,
you catch it.
It wouldn't. I'm too quick. I'd catch it.
Yes. I'm glad we're all there. Look at my eye. What the hell's happening in the chat room? There's like all caps. ADHD is a hell of a drug. Look in my eyes. What do you see? Sorg joined the cult of ICP. Oh boy.
Yeah.
I need that as a T-shirt immediately. Holy shit.
What the fuck is happening?
Adrenaline in my soul. Juggalo, cult use Fago.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm buying so much Fago when I'm in Michigan next week. I'm done. Oh, guys, what'd you learn from wrestling this week? Cocaine's a hell of a drug. There's a pay-per-view this weekend.
Tony Kahn needs help.
Dude,
Literally.
but he's doing a good. You know what?
He's not.
What?
Not yet. He doesn't need help yet.
Well,
He's doing an okay job.
He just needs to find an even amount of cocaine and not go all Tony Montana after the pay-per-view.
Can we call him Tony Cantana?
Yes, we can. Tony Cantana.
And Punk is his little friend.
Yeah. Say hello to my little punk. Let's go. Like, it's just, yeah, he just need to calm down a little bit. Take it down a few grams. Is that how that's weighed out? I don't even know how cocaine's weighed out.
Kilos.
Probably.
Kilos? Thank you.
Wait, what?
Buckaroo Doug? How do you know that?
I don't know, man.
How many? Cowboy Paul, how many kilos of cocaine can you fit in a cowboy hat? Go.
A lot.
I need to.
I don't do cocaine. I just like how it smells.
Oh. In that case, me too, brother. That's my favorite quote.
What does it smell like? Don't answer that. Don't answer that. We've already said too much. We said far too much on this
It smells like
episode.
heaven.
Oh my god.
And it'll take you there too.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
I gotta send you guys the origins of Buckaroo Doug, so you guys understand where I actually got it from.
Okay.
Yeah.
Learn a lot.
I'm real confused.
No, it's a TikTok with cats, and the cat is Buckaroo Doug, and he has a song. He's like, "My name is Buckaroo Doug." So like, I watched it, and all of a sudden I'm like, he's just fucking Buckaroo Doug to me now. So now you know the origins, the terrible origins,
Okay, then.
and why I call you that.
There we go.
It's all coming together.
I learned back to wrestling.
Thank you. Thank you.
What the fuck is wrestling?
I learned that Adam Cole and Britt Baker are are the epitome of dress for the job you want, not the job you have.
Yeah,
Pretty much. Yeah.
They wanted those belts. They dressed like a heart.
Those belts were nice though.
Although I have to say, if there was any time to bring someone out to present the belts and start a feud, should have been Cesaro. Because he teamed with Tyson Kidd. He has heart lineage.
I think I could come up next. I think it'd be nice next. Also, in my mind, I feel like part of this is set up for a mixed tag belt, right?
I said the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna be because they did mention that those belts are decorative and not to be.
No, absolutely. They're gonna walk around with them, just like Owen with the Slammy Award, right? Yeah, which I think is genius. I think it's beautiful, you know. And they are gonna. I think they should walk around with it for most of the year.
I agree.
I mean, now you don't have to have either of them chasing a belt, because all they need to do is go through whatever feuds and just keep talking about I'm the effing Owen Hart champion, you know,
the King of Hearts,
and literally
no, they're good. No, they need to call themselves the King and Queen of Hearts.
Absolutely, and and they're going to be a power couple, power trip couple kind of thing. In my mind, it seems to make sense. And I think this is, we've kept them apart from each other for the most part. Also, the look he gave Tony too was great too.
It was so wonderful.
Because we haven't touched that for a while, right? And that's what I love about like the people in AEW is they love rolling with those little seeds. Like something like that goes on, or even a little something. You do not have to watch Ethan Page's blog or Sammy's blog or BTE or stuff. But if you do, it's very enhancing to the product.
I would argue that Sammy doesn't enhance anything.
Well, there's that too. But and I'm only presuming the other ones. I know from watching BTE, there's a lot that I now know background on, that makes what's happening on the main show more interesting to me, right? And seeing the reactions and stuff like that. If you're a fan of Sammy, Ethan, whoever, and Fallen Arab, like Evil Uno, I don't know. But that's I think I love that aspect of it. But anyways, Danhausen has a good blog. I think I watched Ethan's blog one week and Danhausen's, and they were both playing basketball. Like wherever they were at had a basketball court because it was whatever local basketball team, right? And there's I was literally watching two sides of the same block, so happening at the same time.
They do that with the toy hunts too.
Yeah. Well, yeah, especially between Ethan and Danhausen, right? Because they're old buddies. But anyways, okay. Where we at?
What did we learn?
Cowboy Paul. Cowboy Paul. Did you learn anything?
So I would say that if you're on a show near a pool, pack extra pants.
You didn't do that, did you?
How's your gear?
I mean, the boots are drying out. I was just wearing jeans, so I just threw those right in the trash.
Do we call out who does? No, I don't want to spoil it.
No,
but there is one individual who did not get in the pool.
Really?
I think out of the entire roster, there was one person who did not get in the pool.
I know referee George didn't.
Well, he's a referee, but I'm just saying there's a 10-man tag, and I'm saying I think only 9 people got in the pool.
Wow. I don't even know who didn't get in the pool.
No, because you were too busy getting dunked in the pool.
Yeah, well,
when I noticed somebody just saying, "Yo, I'm out," and you have to watch.
I'll have to watch to see.
Memorial Day Mayhem coming up here this Thursday or next, whenever I finish it. Not live, but presented live-ish on social medias. Did I say I learned? What did I learn? What did I learn? I learned that.
While you're thinking, Sword, Tina learned that you must really hate a motherfucker bring a full can of gas to the match with these prices.
Oh no! Oh no! My mom's watching this show right now.
There we go. And I just said motherfucker.
Hi, Mom. We're lighting motherfuckers on fire.
It's not the weirdest thing I've done.
You can always start monkeys flipping poo,
I don't think we did any fire stuff. No, somebody did try to light a table on fire when we did backyard once.
You just completely kayfabe your song.
What?
I said we could be monkeys flipping poo, and you just ignored it.
Oh, I missed it. I
guess.
Yeah, Tony's I learned that Pittsburgh Mills Walmart has AEW figures. Surprise, bitches! Dude, the Collinsville, Illinois, it keeps flipping me out because we kept saying we were near St. Louis, and that's like a different state. But we're like 20 minutes away. They had the most AEW figures I've ever freaking seen.
You sent me that picture.
Joe has one too. I want to see if I can pull it up on his Twitter real quick. Because he's like, why didn't you get me some? I'm like, bro, because you were like fucking doing your fucking secret meetings in your hotel room.
It's like,
I just
first of all, the Pittsburgh Mills never has anything. The fact that he stumbled across wrestling figures of the Pittsburgh Mills must have just been stalked like 5 minutes before that.
Yeah, right.
Because the scalpers who live around there just snagged his shit up so quick.
I got a Wardlow. It's in the back with my Brit and my Pentagon and my Ray Rowe or whatever he's called. So many Athenas on the pegs. He pointed out.
There are a lot of things.
There's like there's so many Ember Moons just all over.
She's the new Rio.
Well, you know what they say. Yeah? Ember starts a fire.
You can take all the figures and start a fire because there's so many of them, and there's no way. But maybe they'll come off the shelf now that
I did get an MJF figure. I found one.
Oh yeah.
This weekend.
Oh, get
yeah,
it
like before I knew about the controversy, I bought one. And I'm like, oh no, I buy a figure and now he's.
Are we mad at? Are we mad at MJF?
No,
because it sounds
no.
like
He knows his worth too, just like Sasha and Naomi do.
Okay.
MJF has been, I'm going to say, apart from Britt, the most consistent high watermark part of every AEW show. He's never had a feud that's missed. He's never had a promo or a match that's missed. And he's been, like, I hate to say overlooked, but the fact that he has never been a champion in AEW seems like a misstep on a massive level, like we would say.
And that's
like a Miro or Cesaro had never won a big title in WWE.
And that's where we're at with it. Hey, by the way, I did get, here's your picture. Although this is really mixed in, I realize. There's like random WWE.
Yeah, there's He-Man stuff there.
Yeah, this is like.
But that's still a lot of stuff.
Yeah, they must have just stocked. But that's still, there's some on the bottom there as well. There's some Nylas, there's some Brits, there's some John Silver, so Miro. There's some MJFs, some Ty.
I need to find that
More Ty. There's a lot of Ty Contis in this. Holy shit.
I see a Britt Baker over in the corner right there.
There's in both corners. Holy crap. That's a lot. And then mixed in there, there's a lot of random WWE. It's like somebody's like, fuck it. What the fuck is this Bray Wyatt thing going on right here?
Oh, okay. So this figures are really cool.
The WWE Superstars one.
They have a Shawn Michaels one coming out, a Scott Hall, Kevin Nash.
Are they like the old Hasbros or something?
I don't think Hasbro's.
They're similar. They're kind of like what they did with the He-Man mashups, only they just took out the He-Man.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Wait.
Yeah.
What?
It's basically Bone Crunchers, but not really.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. The He-Man's badass though. That's from the CG one. I like the CG He-Man. Really
the new one on Netflix.
I really like it.
It's really good.
I mean, it's not like I don't enjoy it as much as the She-Ra reboot or the He-Man continuation they did.
Yeah.
But I appreciate it. It does a lot for me, and I enjoy the new takes. So I don't know why I feel like I need to defend myself for liking the He-Man. That's
I don't even know why you're
definitely written for the kids. Cowpoke Paul.
Yep.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And I hope everybody joins you at Ryse Wrestling here in about a week and a half on the 11th.
It's going to be great.
There you go. Can't wait to see it. Can't wait to see what you wrestle up.
Oh, yeah. Wrestle them up. A nice victory.
There you
Hopefully get some U.S. currency.
Yes.
That'll be great.
That's your here to make all the American monies.
Yeah.
You know.
Because if people want to pay me in gold.
It's like I'm looking for American currency and a Cowpoke Paul blimp.
Yeah.
What's equivalent? What would be your equivalent of a blimp? I don't know.
A really
a
big
Conestoga wagon.
Oh, a covered wagon, yeah.
There you go. You know what? We need to have when we get some time, when we bring back the game nights, we're gonna bring back Cowpoke Paul, and we're gonna play Oregon Trail.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ah, damn it.
Oh, I thought you were going in D&D. I'm like, are we gonna get a cowboy?
We're playing Oregon Trail.
I agree.
You died of smallpox.
Guys,
Game over.
I catch dysentery a lot, so happy trails to me.
Ronnie Starks is here, and he's looking for a publicist.
Because I can't be trusted on the internet.
Yes, we had a conversation with an author here earlier tonight about how he needs a publicist. And I'm like, what are you promoting?
I'm promoting how I should stay off the internet. It's probably best for everybody.
That's right. And also somebody who will not accept the publicist because he's Mad Mike.
Oh, I don't need a publicist because I always know where the hard camera is.
There's that too. He also. No, I feel like I've said too much about the LA Dojo today. You don't like those guys. So, anyways, just the funniest moment. It's probably only funny to me and my two cameramen. Hey, shout outs to Roger. Ronald. No, oh God, I saved his name so I wouldn't forget it. And the Team Ambition crew out there. Who's the media crew that works with them. And Team Ambition is, of course, Davey Richards' school in the St. Louis area. A lot of them were featured on the Warrior Wrestling show, but they tossed me one of their video guys, and they met one of the photographers. Really cool crew out there for being like in a new area and everything. A lot of people were really awesome to work with and around. So I want to give a shout out to generally to Team Ambition. A lot of great talent, a lot of new talent that I hadn't seen before. And a really cool crew down there. Go check it out. That's Warrior Wrestling 22. It is, of course, over on Fight right now. It'll be coming up on a whole bunch of different platforms as well in a few weeks too, including IndieWrestling.us. So, and you can check out all the back catalog. We did post the Thunder Rosa Athena match from back in February over on the VODs. If you want to go check that out, IndieWrestling.us. Thank you everybody for joining us. Thank you chat room. Hi Mom. We'll see you guys next time. Mayhem out.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time then attack.
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.